Psalms chapter 37 and verse 28. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. So here you have, and I wasn't going to do a lesson on this, but the spirit moved on me to do a lesson on it. But, so here we are. So you got this Jake, who was a track star, who allegedly unalived this devil, for bullying him, man. I came across this story last week, and it just kept hitting my feed. And then when I started to dive into it, man, these devils, man, these two big doofy, goddamn devils, man, they was bullies, man. That's what they was. They tried to be hip. They wanted to be down. They listened to the rap music and it got in their house. And they wanted to be down, man. So here it is. The same thing that happened with the tribe of Gad, man. See, Gad welcomed these devils with open arms. And once they figured Gad out and learned the ways and things like that, these devils turned on them, man. So the same thing is happening with these devils today. And we've been telling our people, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, so don't let these devils get close to you, man. Regardless of however nice they may seem, and how they shall come humble, like the scriptures say, never trust our enemies, though he humble himself and go crouching. Take beware and take heed of him, man. Paraphrasing. So here it is. You got Jake at a tournament or whatever, practice or whatever. And he was running track, and here come these devils down there to the track to pretty much start with him. And Jake told the devil to back up, and he didn't back up, and he got dealt with, man. He put his devil ass in the spirit world. And let me say this, man. We don't give a shit about you devils, man. All throughout history, you devils, even unto this day, you devils have been getting away with unaliving us, killing us, putting us to death. Nobody getting charged, right? Cases getting thrown out. Not enough evidence, right? But as soon as one of you losers, get unalived, now it's an outcry, man. He needs to be charged. Get the fuck out of here, man. Salakia for the language, man. But this is the MO, man, of this devil. Right? The law is slacked. Let's get that, man. Because when it come to them, they won't be charged. They'll find some kind of reason to get these real niggas off, man. Right? That's what it is, man. They'll find a way to get these devils off. And that in itself, man, is very, very disgusting, man. This is Habakkuk 1:4. It says, therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth, man. Because if this would have been the other way around, right, they would have flipped it. That devil would not have did a day in jail, man. They would have said that Jake was a bully, and he had to do what he had to do. And this was all, judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Because guess what? The Lord is sick of you devils, man. He never liked you. He never loved you. You were just put here for a time. And we living in a time where your time is up, man. Right? Let's read that again. In Psalms 37 and verse 28. It says, for the Lord loveth judgment. Yeah, the Lord loveth judgment, man. Especially when it comes to you devils. Right? You so-called white people, man. It says, and forsaketh not his saints. Who are the saints? The Israelites. Nobody else. Only the Israelites are the saints. Right? It says, they are preserved forever. Right? So the Israelites are preserved forever, man. We always going to be here. Right? It don't say every person on the earth is going to be here, man. It says the Israelites are going to be here forever. Right? It says, but the seed of the wicked. And who's the seed of the wicked? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, man. Woman and child. Right? That's the seed of the wicked. It says, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off, man. And we living in a time where this devil is going to be cut off, man. Right? This is only the beginning for you devils. So let's get into it. And I got another clip after this to show you how Jake is fed up, man, with these devils. Check it out.
Is speaking out against what they're calling a senseless incident. Boy, is it ever. 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, spelled with a K, was charged with first-degree murder. Police say he stabbed Austin Metcalf after an altercation during a high school track meet just north of Dallas. The twin brother of 17-year-old, the victim here, tried to save his brother, but the Metcalf say Austin died in his twin brother's arms at the track meet. The surviving brother and mother spoke to ABC.
I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I look at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about the rest. So just that's just what I saw.
And if you read the background on it, these devils wasn't even supposed to be there. They wasn't running track, man. But they just wanted to be around Jake, and they were just bullying him, man. These dudes were, they said over 200 pounds and, I think 6 feet something inches or whatever, maybe 6'2". And they were just going around bullying people, man. So, look at them now, man. Look at this brother. Hurting. Yeah, but deep down, he want payback. This is why we telling you, man, the race war is coming to this country, man.
So, I try to help him.
He was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart. He had college football guys looking at him to play in college just because the kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Yeah, we're asking, well, what can be learned from this? Nothing. It's an unprecedented stabbing, according to the school district. It's a just difficult case all the way around. Let's bring in our guests, criminal defense.
Notice they never speak like this when it's our people, man. They never. What can we learn from this? This should have never happened. This is unprecedented. Right? Whenever it's these devils, man, they acting like their life is worth more than you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans when it's not, man. Esau, Edom is the lowest of the low. The Most High don't regard this devil for nothing, man. And he's about to, the Lord about to show you how he feels about Esau, Edom.
Attorney, former prosecutor David Bruno still with us. Joe Tamburino is with us, and retired NYPD detective Mike Alcazar also joining the conversation. Joe, this is one of those just head shakers. And there's really nothing you can say. There seems to be ample evidence against this young man. And of course, these are allegations now. But your overall thoughts about this disturbing case?
Good morning, Ted. Thank you for having me on. Yes, it's extremely tragic. And I think some of the initial statements by the victim's family ring true. I mean, this person, Carmelo, why was he bringing a knife to a football game? Why are you bringing a knife to sit in the bleachers?
Well, you see how they always they trying to paint him to be a thug, and why are you bringing the knife? Why was that devil even there, man? Why are you fucking devils always around us, man?
To watch a football game, enjoy yourself. I mean, what was going on with this person?
No, he was running track. Don't say he just came to the track meet. He was a track. He was running track. What are you talking about, man?
And I think it's another example of people just resorting to violence first rather than trying to discuss differences. But I think the victims' families, they're asking the right question, which is what is going on with this individual who's accused of murdering the young man.
Mike, you've seen a lot in your days with NYPD. Are things getting worse, or are we just hearing about these types of crimes more often and through social media, et cetera?
I mean, I hope it's not getting worse. I've seen lots of cases like this. I have a similar case that investigated happened where two young men collided and one had a knife. So the problem is that when people bring weapons to like an event like this or just carry a weapon, there's no cooling off period. So yeah, words are not enough, and it's a crime of passion. And unfortunately, this young man died because of this. And, you know, it reminds me of my grandson who also plays football around the same age. And I always tell him, be careful who you're having an argument with or you're having a fight with. You never know what they're carrying, unfortunately. So I really feel for the family. It's very close to home when something like this happens.
Yeah, I mean, this was a track meet. He was a football player as well at a 4.0. David, on the other side of things.
You see it, right? He had a 4.0. He was, well, that Jake, he had a 4.0. He wasn't no dumb kid, man. See, you devils gonna paint the picture of so-called Negroes being the problem, man. But y'all the fucking problem, man. You so-called white people are the problem, man. You the problem with the world, man. Right? This is why the Lord gonna totally eradicate your whole race, man.
The defendant to be here, he's a young man, had that weapon, but also probably had a mind that couldn't deal with whatever was happening there, the beef, I guess, that he had. As a defense attorney, how would you approach defending this young man?
Well, first question in the legal system is going to be, is he going to be treated as a juvenile or an adult? The accused is 17 years old, so that starts in juvenile court, and prosecutors are going to have to evaluate whether or not to treat him as an adult. So as a defense attorney, you want to come in and provide a background, mitigation. Maybe he's got treatment records, mental health issues. What's the family situation? Has the
all this, man. All this because it's a Jake, man. All this. You want to try him as an adult. Make everybody believe that he's crazy. And if it would have been flipped, they wouldn't have said mental health with this fucking devil, man. Because he's a football star, which none of you Edomites are stars in anything, man. Right? Y'all second place, man. Third, fourth, fifth place, man. Jake is excelling you in everything, man. This is why you set up a system to continue to beat them down, man. And everybody know it. And the whole world is starting to see it, man.
Child Protection Service has been involved in this family's life. There are a number of
now you're gonna go back. Oh, is he coming from a broken family? Does he have a father? You know, let's see what's going on with him. Let's see what we can pin on him. Let's see if he got anger issues. Right? Fucking niggas, man.
Of things that could be done to look at background to try to keep it in the juvenile system versus the adult system. And I'm with Joe. Why in the world is a student having a knife at a track meet? I mean, this was 10 o'clock in the morning at a track meet.
Well, why do devils come to a school with kids with an AR-15 and shoot up a school and shoot up kids? Why? Why does that happen, man? You never asked that?
Where there was an altercation. And certainly if he has a weapon at a place he's not supposed to, he's not going to be able to use self-defense as the aggressor either. So those are some initial legal issues that I've identified.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very difficult one because both of them, one is dead, as you heard from the mom. I mean, sounded like a wonderful kid, and then the other 17-year-old is likely going to be spending most of his days in prison if indeed he's found guilty.
So you know, Salakia.
Urgent care falls in the world between wellness and ER. So anything that is sick, anything that needs to be handled.
Let's put this devil up because, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf died Wednesday after police say another, Salakia, 1 second. Yeah. Another student stabbed him. Right? So let's get some scriptures, man, because the days of these devils, living in prosperity and just, murdering people and rape, robbing, and, killing people is over, man. The Lord said He's going to visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. Right? Let's get this. This is Psalms. Matter of fact, let me read Job 36. Job 36, chapter 36, verse 17. It says, "But thou hast fulfilled the judgment of the wicked. Judgment and justice take hold on thee." Yeah, and that's the time we living in, man. For justice and judgment is taking hold on Esau Edom. And he can't escape, man. He can't escape. Psalms 9 and 16. Let's show you who did it, man. The Lord is known by the judgment which He executeth. The wicked is snared, meaning trapped, in the works of his own hands. And what's the work of the hands of Esau Edom, man? Death, destruction, using his blessing, which is the sword. Right? He who lives by the sword shall die by the sword, man. In this case, it was a literal sword, man, a little one. And that's how he went out, man. You see the pictures with this devil, man. He got, and I'm going to get a couple of images. But you see how these devils was living, man. They look like hunters. I mean, they mentioned that their father take them out hunting. Right? Who you think who you think the father is raising them up to hunt, man? Jake, right? These devils should not be able to hold or get any kind of firearm, man, because they're bad with it. Let's go to Zechariah. No, matter of fact, let's go to James. And then I'm going to get this other clip real quick. This is James chapter 2. Because see, nobody don't care about you devils, man. The whole world is against you devils, and they really starting to see that you're a problem and you're the problem. Right? James chapter 2 and verse 13. It says, "For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy," because these devils have never shown mercy to anybody, man. They will come to your country. They will come to your side of the world and completely annihilate and commit mass genocide to whoever they come across, man. Right? Nobody give a shit if this nigga is 17 years old. He's a devil. He's gonna be a devil. Every day he gets up, man, and the Lord got his ass out of here, man. Right? It says, "For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy. The mercy rejoiceth against judgment," man. So, hey, it's over for you devils, man. You're not going to obtain mercy from here on out. You never, was going to obtain mercy. Never. But now you're really going to see that and it's going to manifest, man. Right? And our people are starting to really get it and wake up, man, as to who these devils are. Right? So check it out, man. So I was on this page right here called Vin Lloyd University Live, right? Mr. Shadow Man. You know, I came across this dude. And this brother, he I guess he's been following the story. It said help Carmelo official fund, you know. And the brother, you know, has raised some money, man. Because, you know, he's let's go to it. It said these devils don't want him to be able to defend himself like they don't want any of us to defend ourselves. Yeah. Pale skins assault us and get off. We stop the pale skin from assaulting us and we get charged with assault. Yeah, like the world, like these devils believe that you're supposed to just let them kill you, man. You're supposed to just let them do whatever to you and you don't fight back, man. Right? It's never been a time where Jake was the aggressor toward these fucking devils, man. It was always the other way around. So I wholeheartedly believe that Jake was defending himself, man. You know? So let's hear what this brother say, man. Check this out. And look, here go a picture with these devils. Look at them. Look at them, man. Look like you know, modern day school shooters, man. Looking to go out and unalive some kids, man. Or unalive some Jakes. Right? So come on, man. This is crazy, man. But they would paint this nigga in the picture like in the news as a upstanding citizen, a star athlete, a 4.0. He got a 4.0. But he's a murderer, man. That's what he is, man. Check this out.
Hey, Shalom. So I just want to give my take on the Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony situation. What's going on, right? And y'all know how white media get down, so I'm not even going to do a whole tirade about white media. We know how they get down. They're going to paint this cracker as the good guy, even though he's known as a bully, right? 200-pound football player trying to bully a track player, probably 140 pounds max, right? They're already lying. They trying to send pictures out with Carmelo Anthony with airsoft guns, not even a real gun. You know what they typically try to do? Try to create a thug image in terms of the public perception while they make the white boy look and sound good. I'll tell you right now, looking at a picture of them two crackers, them twins, they look like typical suburban bullies, right? Suburban white boys who listen to gangster rap music, fill their minds with Black Death, and then thought they was going to go out there and actually tell a black man what to do. And this is white people problem in general, which lets you know they haven't changed. They still the same scumbags that they've always been, and they never will change. So for you niggas out there who heard or seen my face before, and you see me saying this same shit, why do I still get to say the same shit, that these crackers ain't shit, they never gonna change, and you niggas still believe they will? You still trying to get along with them. Okay, this is why our scriptures tell us to set apart and get the fuck away from them, so these other nations of people can start killing each other off while we get out of this captivity. But anyway, back to white suburban bullies in Metcalf. Metcalf attacked Carmelo Anthony after Carmelo warned him, "Don't tell me what to do, and you put your hands on me, I'm going to deal with you in a way that you won't forget." Okay, not exactly what he said, but, you know, paraphrasing. And what did Metcalf do? Instead of Metcalf, if he was so in the right, going to the proper authorities, which are the police, and making a report, right? He decided to do what white people typically like to do, and that's take authority into their own hands, especially.
Yeah, because these devils, they know that they got the system behind them, man. And they and the same way that so-called Negroes and Latinos watch the news And it's always a recurring thing with our people dying by the hands of these devils, and nobody getting, charged. Or there's no repercussions for it. It's the same way these devils look at the news and know they can get away with killing our people, man. Right? So they're gonna say, listen, I can do whatever to this nigga, and ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I'm a white kid. I got white privilege. Well, them days is over, man. You can see Jake getting riled up, man. Right? This is Genesis 49 and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion, as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? Because Jake has been an old lion for a long time, man. He has had no fight in him. Right? He let everybody walk on him, walk all over him, talk to him any kind of way. But now what? The Lord is putting the spirit in Jake and rousing him up, man. Right? So now you still gonna have your coons everywhere, man. You still gonna have your coons coming to, put on a cape and save these devils, but they're gonna get, thrust through as well, man, as the scriptures say. But for the most part, Jake is waking up, man. Jake is starting to see that, they tired of these devils, man. Tired of these devils. Let's go.
When it comes to niggas, and got stabbed in his motherfucking chest. Okay? No, I don't feel bad for Metcalf. Metcalf got what he deserves. You keep your crack ass hands to your crack ass self. You should have kept your crack ass mouth to your crack ass self, but you didn't. So now you got to go. Okay? Metcalf, again, decided to pick an issue with a track star who's at a track event. He's supposed to be there. Why is the media not telling that? Why are they not telling y'all about how Carmelo Anthony got a damn near close to a 4.0 GPA, if not exactly that? No criminal record whatsoever. But notice how they still trying to paint him as the bad guy for defending himself against a 200-pound football player and his twin brother. Kind of reminds me of how I got arrested, for trying to defend myself against a white man and his German Shepherd back in November 2023. So this is recently. Mind you, minding my motherfucking business. Just got done doing a 12-hour shift for a white boy to kick up dust with me and start with me. Thought he was going to make me cower down until we get in each other's face. He called bluff and I called bluff. And let's just say I got the better of the white boy and his dog. So much so that the white boy had to call the cops on me. Okay? And guess who gets arrested and has to spend 4 hours in the precinct? Me. Guess who had to pay $3,000? Then I had to take off 2 nights of work for every one morning I had to be in the courtroom for 4 months straight. So not only did I lose $3,000 because of a white boy picking trouble, just like Metcalf, right? But I had to lose even more money. So it's like $350 to $400 a night, probably more like $350 per night that I had to take off shift, just so I could defend my freedom from a white boy who wanted to try and assault me with his German Shepherd, and the cops came to do his bidding, not defend me or protect.
And that's America for you, man. And a lot of Jakes is starting to see it, man, because the Lord is putting that spirit in Jake and rousing them up, man. Like I said earlier. And Esau, man, your ass is through, man. And any of our people, like I said earlier, any of our people that want to hold hands and take up for these devils, you gonna get what's coming to you too, man.
Protect me. Okay? Same thing here. If we can't rely on the cops to protect us, then we've got to protect ourselves, right? And the white boy I'm talking about with my court case, he's lucky I didn't pull out certain tools to use, all right? If it was a different circumstance and not broad daylight, yeah. But given he's got the complexion for the protection, I had a lot of different things I had to consider before I decided the route I wanted to go with dealing with the white boy, right? And with much respect to Carmelo Anthony, I give much respect to him because he stood on top of the business. Let the white boy know exactly what's going to happen. You're going to die today, and delivered. So if Carmelo Anthony ever see this, boy, I'm proud of you. And every black man, black person should be proud of you for defending yourself and standing your ground. That white boy should have knew his fucking place, and he should have kept his cock-sucking, crack-ass hands to himself. But that's white people's problem. They like to think they can tell niggas what to do, tell niggas how to think, tell niggas how to speak, tell niggas what to think about, tell niggas what not to think about, tell niggas where they can be, tell niggas where they can't be. You crackers ain't got no jurisdiction over nobody or nothing. And Carmelo Anthony showed Metcalf exactly that reality. So now, instead of Metcalf going to the NFL, he's going in a pine box and going in some dirt. So let that be a lesson to the rest of you crackers. We are not the 1960s generation. We will fuck you crackers up. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself and keep your motherfucking mouth to yourself. And if you don't like niggas, go the fuck back to Europe where you scumbags came from. We are from these Americas. We come from this soil. North, Central, South, and Caribbean. We never asked you Europeans to come over here. So when you bitches ready, y'all bitches could leave and go back to where the fuck you came from. Holla at your boy. All right? Free that man Carmelo Anthony. Hey, shalom.
So, you know, he said a lot at the end pretty much. We from Israel, man. We are Israelites, you know. But for the most part, Jake was on point with how he felt about these devils, man. And this is a trend that Jake is starting to catch up on, man. Because there is going to be a race war in this country. You think that his brother don't want get back, right? You think that brother going to be able to step back in that school and he got his friends, you know, that brother Carmelo Anthony, his friends, and that devil, his friends, they see each other. You don't think it's going to be something else, man? Because what? The Lord is raising up that spirit, man, right? To showing Jacob who's his enemy, man. And Esau is the enemy of Jacob. And the Lord said he was going to do it in the last days, man. This is Zechariah chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, man. That's the northern and southern kingdom, man. That's the so-called Negro and Latinos, right? Because pursuant to Ezekiel 37, both kingdoms is going to come back together, man. Right? Both kingdoms are going to come back together. Right? So it says, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, man. Who's those Grecians, man? Esau, Edom. So the Lord is preparing a war against Jacob and Esau, man. Right? It's going to happen. A race war is going to hit the shores of America. It says, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man. So the Lord is going to make Jacob as a sword of a mighty man, right? That nobody's going to be able to stand up against, right? So you devils, y'all through, man. And like I said, to hell with this devil. You know, the Lord got his ass up there in the spirit world with him. And he going to come back down here. And when he come back, his ass going to be a slave, man. And then he going to be unalived again by the Lord. And that's going to be it for him, man. Right? So I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing to elect with other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Hey, till the next lesson. Shalom.